take the opportunity that's given to you.
What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe you have Michael Jordan level talent at something, and I want you to find it, embrace it, and use it to make a difference. Now, I started the One Rule series because I watch a lot of top 10s. We compile a lot of different videos together, and sometimes the same rule comes up over and over and over again. So that's the goal of this series, to smush together the most popular rules. So today we're gonna learn how you can seize every opportunity. Also, if you wanna know what Eric Thomas, Gary Vaynerchuk, myself, and other entrepreneurs have to say about building unstoppable confidence, check out my 254 Confidence series, where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you a 30-second to 5-minute video for free every day to help you build your confidence. Check out the link in the description below.
When I've been telling you to get that goal, get that dream, and I've just been telling you drive it and drive it and drive it and drive it, what I've been talking about is consistency. And for some of you, for real, you'll never have it, you'll never be it, you'll never do it because you don't have any consistency.
On a bigger macro, patience and failure, they all ladder up to one thing, which is insecurity. The reason people don't put themselves in a position to fail, the reason people aren't patient, is they value other people's opinions too much.
Realizing that any big endeavor is the collection of a lot of small steps that came before. And so trying to break down whatever that big thing is that you want to do that seems so scary and crazy and out of this world and not possible and not within your skill set or ever going to happen for you. Find whatever the smallest first step is, and then the smallest next step is, and continue to build those steps. And when you look back, you'll have realized that you made some pretty significant progress.
Stop saying, I'm not good enough. Stop saying, my family, we don't do this. Like, stop with the excuses and take the opportunity that's given to you. Shoot the doggone shot. You wide open. Take the shot. I need you to hear me very carefully. When he told me I would be great, I never shared this with any of my friends. But I would wake up in that abandoned building and I would pretend that I was gonna be great. As I walked up and down those lonely streets, I would pretend to myself that I was gonna be great. I need you to do me a favor. Before the actual dream becomes a reality, I need you to wake up every single day. I need you to eat the dream. I need you to sleep the dream. I need you to talk the dream. Because some days you're not gonna feel like getting up and the dream is gonna push you. Some days you're not gonna feel like keep going, but the dream is going to push you.
Technology and the way we live doesn't care about my opinion or my feelings, and it doesn't care about yours either. And so you can walk around Earth and judge, oh, it's so sad that all these kids can't communicate because they're on the phone anymore. And you could talk about a day and age when it was simpler and nicer and all this. Nobody gives a f. And if you don't adjust to the reality of the situation, you will be completely left behind. Too many people are executing or hoping or trying to figure out how to live in a world that used to be or the way they wish it was versus attacking the reality of the world. And here is the reality of the world, my friends. The cell phones that you're all holding right now or in your pocket are the remote controls of our society. They are the single most important thing in the world. There's nothing close. Whatever you want to happen in life, you first need somebody's attention, and then you need to tell them about it. It was called the newspaper, the television, and the radio. Now it's called a blog, a vlog, or a podcast. It's the same thing. Nothing's changed except one thing. Your attention is moving to a new place and leaving an old place. I'm making this very simple, very black and white, very basic. If you do not spend next year completely obsessing over how you become successful on Facebook and Instagram, you will be disproportionately less likely to win. The ad product on those two platforms are disproportionately underpriced, and that is where you should be trading. You are grossly underestimating what's happening right now. 98% of people are grossly underestimating how good it is right now. You will look back at this talk, all my content during this era. Why am I producing so much content during this era? Why am I flying around the entire world over and over speaking to this subject? It's because I know what I'm talking about right now is gonna go away. and I think we can all agree, I'm not hedging up here right now. I'm desperately trying to force this down your mouth, right? You heard it, and I believe that 95% of you will not do anything about it. You'll do enough to make it feel like you did something, and you will regret not going all in. How many people here play poker? Good. I don't, but if you do, when you have the best hand, it's a good idea to go all in.
I'd like you to fast forward to 70, 80, 90 years old, right? Fast forward in your mind to that age, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110 if you're really optimistic, whichever one it is. And I'd like you to write down what will be the things that you'll regret that you didn't do. Imagine you're that age, ask yourself the question, what will I regret that I didn't do? Not what you did do, but what you didn't do. Write it down, make a long list right now. Get a pen and paper out and write it down. Don't do it on your phone, don't do it on your laptop. Actually get a pen and paper and write down your answers. What will be the things that you regret that you didn't do, right? Really think about it. Will it be, learning a new language? Will it be moving home? Will it be telling someone you love them? What will it be? What would it have been? Write it down right now. Now, the incredible thing about this question is that you're using the future to empower the past. Whatever answer you have in that question, whatever your answer is, you can do it right now, today, starting today, because you're not that age yet. And even if you're 64 and you're tuning in 70, 80, 90, you're still there, right? It's still possible. You can start doing that right now. It's empowering the present with the future. There is nothing stopping you from making it happen right now. You don't have to feel that way when you're 70. You don't have to feel that way when you're 80. You never ever have to feel that way if you start doing it right now. And you can do it right now. Even if it feels impossible, you can start working on it right now. You can start trying right now. You can start making plans right now because you're not there yet. And this is where you start. This is where you start making it happen. It's all in the now.
A lot of people see the idea of being entrepreneurs or being their own bosses or building their own empires, this thing that, you need investments, you need all these people behind you.
You need to flip.
Right.
Flip. If this sock costs $5 to make, we sell it for $20. You make $15. Flip. With Rocky, I was trying to get with Rocky for a long time. She's Spanish.
Oh, man.
And Puerto Rican girls, they can't bring black boys home old school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it took a minute, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
And she was throwing me curveballs left and right. And so one of her curveballs was, I see you put all these other people on, I see you make all these other people's dreams come true, but you like to make movies. I can't get with you unless you stand behind what you love. And I was like, all right,
Word.
I had to, you know what I mean? She called me out, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I can't have my woman or girl I want to be my woman calling me out, but also it made perfect sense. It was true. I was unconsciously probably standing behind other people instead of standing behind myself. All I do is get somebody and tell them how to get it and, make the things that are wrong right. But if I can make the things that are wrong right for somebody else, why not sell me? You know what I'm saying? Like even down to the diabetes. I'm like, yo, that. We do a whole network on diabetes. That's something that's usually considered a weakness. I'd prefer to turn it into a strength. It's about me. You understand what I'm saying?
You need to hustle while you wait. If you can embody this advice and apply it to your business on a day-to-day basis, this will be the biggest momentum shift in your company. This will move you so close to your goals at an incredible pace that is unbelievable. Just most people don't do it. Hustle while you wait. Listen, with every goal that you have, it relies on other people. You need other people to be a part of your process, right? If you're selling to customers, you need the customer to say yes. They have to make their decision. There's a bunch of back and forth. If you're waiting on a product to come, you're waiting on your supplier to come forward. There's always things that are outside your control that you're waiting on other people for. And yes, when it comes to you, you want to get it done as soon as possible. If a customer is asking for a quote, you want to get it off your plate ASAP. You should not be the bottleneck in momentum happening in your business. That's a whole other problem. As soon as something comes to you, it's getting taken care of and you're building momentum. But you're still, even at the most peak efficiency, waiting for other people to take action. That's gonna happen. So what do you do in those moments? You hustle. you build new momentum, you build new clients, you build new relationships, you maintain the existing ones and get everything done as soon as possible. And then in the downtime, while you're waiting for a decision, you're not just twiddling your thumbs, you're not just sitting on the couch, you're not watching Netflix, you are off hustling new business. Quick example. I was doing a photo shoot with Richard. This guy's a celebrity photographer, he's done Lady Gaga, done a whole bunch of rappers. He came over and we did a photo shoot together. And in between his shots, he's gotta set up lights, he's gotta get his fog machine going, he's gotta get the right angles, he's gotta set up the green screen. And so when he needs me, I'm there, I'm ready, I'm posing, I'm in action, I'm ready to go. But there's a lot of setup in between shots. And so what am I doing? I'm pulling up my phone and I'm responding to you guys. I'm making videos, I'm doing responses, I'm getting on Twitter, on Instagram, I'm doing on Snapchat, I'm sending out video responses to you guys. I'm working, I'm hustling. On my downtime, while I'm waiting for Rich for this project, I am hustling, connecting with you guys. And that's the approach that you need to take. People say, well, how do I find the time to respond to people on social media? I probably have a way bigger accounts than you guys do, and I find the time because I make the time in between the other things that I'm doing. This is so critical. People are losing so much time. The answer is not to wake up 2 hours earlier and think that's gonna solve your problem. The answer is you're losing time every single day. You are leaking valuable time from your daily schedule. And so I highly, highly, highly encourage you to take this message home. While you are working, while people are waiting on you for stuff, you are doing your best to deliver as soon as possible so that you are not the bottleneck in your business. But then while you are waiting on other people, you get your hustle on, you continue to build momentum. It is such a hack to get you closer to achieving the goals that you have for yourself. Stop sleeping while you're waiting for other people to get back to you. Hustle while you wait.
You started out as a comedian, correct?
No, I started out as a straight actor.
Oh, a straight
and
actor.
I couldn't get any work because people would look and I'd go try to do some Shakespeare and they go, what are you here for? And I'd say, well, I'd like to audition for them. They go, no. Next. So I wrote a whole bunch of stuff for me to do so I could show people what I was capable of. And that sort of kicked everything off.
I'm someone who's self-employed. When I worked before I was self-employed, I worked for large organizations. And if you had asked me when I worked for the Washington Post, say, would I ever want to be self-employed? I would have reacted with horror. I would have thought, I can't understand how you could do that. Don't you wake up every morning in a cold sweat knowing where your next dollar is coming from? Turns out, I'm way happier self-employed than I was working for. But getting there took, and it took 20 years. It took all kinds of lucky breaks. It took all kinds of, there was no one in my life who, I didn't know any self-employed people. I didn't know how to make that kind of jump. And I wonder how many people are in a similar position of not realizing they have the ability to do something entrepreneurial and would be happier doing something entrepreneurial, but just have no example.
December 10th, 1914. There was a massive explosion in West Orange, New Jersey, United States of America. 10 buildings in a factory owned by the legendary inventor Thomas Edison were engulfed by flames. 6 to 8 fire departments rushed to the scene but could not curb the chemical-fueled inferno. After having tried all that he could, as Thomas Edison calmly stood there, watching the fire destroy his entire life's hard work, his 24-year-old son Charles came over and stood next to him. In a childlike voice, Edison said to his son, "Charlie, go and get your mother and her friends. They'll never be able to see a spectacular fire like this in their entire life." Astonished and shocked by his father's response, Charles asked Thomas Edison, "Our entire factory is being burnt down to ashes, Dad." Thomas Edison replied, in complete composure, "Yes, our factory is being burnt down to ashes, But all the mistakes we have made so far in the factory have also been burnt down to ashes. We will start all over again tomorrow. That evening, Thomas Edison told a New York Times reporter, although I'm 67 years old and I'm completely exhausted from running around and trying to control the fire, tomorrow I'll start all over again, afresh. And so he did. The next day was a fresh beginning for Thomas Edison and his son Charles in trying to rebuild what had been destroyed by the fire. Often, this is what life does unto us. Our dreams are shattered, our hopes broken, efforts baffled. Great people, they don't cry. They try to rebuild their dreams. Great people don't give up, live up to the challenges that life throws at them. Great people don't go through, they grow through the difficulties that come on their path. They start all over again with great hope, with great determination, with great grit. And that is why they reach the highest peaks of success that most people only aspire for. That is why I say, no challenges, no success. No challenges, no success.
What was actually your first job in the business when you sort of knew you wanted to be an actor?
First job in America or first job?
No, just as an actress, yeah.
It was this indie film shot on the Gold Coast, which is where I'm from in Australia, and it never got released, or I've never even seen it, but it's like it was very, very low budget, like lower than an indie film, but more like a student film sort of thing, but it was a thriller sort of thing called ICU.
Do you worry it's not worry, but do you expect it to come out any day now? I mean,
I really hope it doesn't. But it was a chance to be on a film set. No matter how small the set was, it was still a film set, and that was like a dream come true.
Could you ever imagine what came out of your original entrepreneurial first steps?
No, I could not possibly have imagined. But and I don't know what your thinking was behind the forum, but I remember when I was really thinking deeply about this, and this was sort of a graduate student project at Stanford, and I talked to my advisor. I was like, should I really do this entrepreneurial thing? And it might not work out, and I can just finish my PhD. And he said, why not? Go for it. And then if it doesn't work out, you come back, you finish your PhD, which I'm still planning on doing. But anyway. There's like no big deal. Just give it a shot, and I think that mentality permeates Silicon Valley, and I think that's one of the strengths that there's really not much. It's not viewed so negatively to try something, even if it doesn't work out. No.
Now I've got a really special bonus clip from Eric Thomas on how to find your gift that I think you're really going to enjoy. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing questions. I want you to move from not just watching another video, but to actually taking action in your life or in your business. So with these 3 questions, think about them yourself, talk about them with a friend, or write your answers down in the comments below. Here we go. Question number 1. What current challenge can you see as an opportunity? Question number 2. What do you need to take your shot on today? And question number 3, what will you do to stay motivated to work on your goal every day? Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon and enjoy the bonus clip.
When did you know, hey, this is something different about me. I can really speak here. This is something unique.
Freshman year in college, and don't laugh.
Okay.
All right, freshman year in college, me and my boys start like this Christian organization. So every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, we'd speak. Now, they didn't let me speak initially.
Okay.
Because I was a high school dropout, rough around the edges, I wasn't really polished, right? And so, but here's a good thing is, you stay humble. It's a gift. So we did it every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So at some point, the guys couldn't make the appointment. So I was like always the host of the show. So when they didn't show up, they like, well, we bringing so-and-so to speak. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm hosting, so this is my shot right here.
The best ability is availability, right?
Irv wasn't there, Trey wasn't there. I'm like, finally, 3-4 months into it, I'm like, I'm in because they not there. So I'm in. Like, don't put me in, I'm in. You know, and my first message was, pimping ain't easy, but somebody's got to do it. That was my first message.
Church meeting.
Yeah, at the church meeting. Pimping ain't easy, but somebody's got to do it. That's why I said don't laugh. But this is how I knew I had something, because people were like, yo, nobody's ever. And so I talked about how the devil's trying to pimp us.
Okay.
and you know, and I just took that whole angle, and then my second message just blew up. Was how many licks does it take to get to the center of a sucker? You know, and so everybody was just like, yo, bro, this is different. Like, this is not a normal preacher. It's not a normal delivery. The energy is kind of different. So while adults weren't really fooling with me, a lot of guys who were like, yo, we don't even do that church stuff. Like, we don't do that kind of stuff. We're not into that. And what was unique about, and I'm glad you asked, nobody's ever asked me this. What was unique is that we did it at the Bell Tower, which was in the center of the campus. So you had to pass it to go anywhere. So it was cats like, yo, I wasn't coming to no spiritual event, but I would hear that loud voice and that passion, and I heard, pimping? Are you talking about pimping at church? You know, so they would just walk over like, yo, what is he talking about? Pimping ain't easy. And it was at that point when I saw non-church, regular people, jeans, t-shirts coming by. And when I would speak, stop, I was like, yo, E, you got something. Yeah, you got something.
Altruistic, world domination, honey empire, right?
I'm grateful. I understand why I'm here.
I think because I am so open.
I wanted to think and say, it's a bloody brief life.
All of you have the potential for enormous success.
If you want to know what Gary Vee, DJ Khaled, Oprah, and others know about empire building that most people miss, check out the link in the description for a free bonus video.